Hey everybody, Tony with mymortgageguytony.com. Had a number of people reach out to me asking some questions after I posted a video last week about, it was a market update, but I focused a little bit on housing formations and housing completions, really leading us to believe that real estate should be relatively healthy for the foreseeable future. In fact, a lot of analysts that we follow expect that it's going to be healthy for the next 7 to 10 years. Now, there's a number of different reasons why. However, some of the questions I was getting was, how can that be true in the face of a recession? There's a lot of talk about an impending recession, potentially even in the first half of next year. And so what I wanted to do was provide a little bit of insight into historic recessions, and then also provide some additional insight into the housing formations and demographics that I spoke about briefly last week. So I want to jump into this first graph here. This is the CaseShiller U.S. National House Price Index. What's been added to this is each of these gray areas was a recessionary period, dating back to the early 70s. And in every single recessionary period, this blue line represents housing prices. And in every single one, with the exception, so all of these, with the exception of the financial crisis and the housing bubble, real estate prices have actually done well during the recession. A lot of that is due in part to lower than expected rates, mortgage rates during a recession. And so that is helping support the idea that housing is still going to be healthy, even if we're going to be facing a recession here in the coming year. The next thing that I wanted to take a look at, and let's see if I can show this, is I talked a little bit about demographics and housing formations. What's interesting is this millennial population is now the largest living population. And so because of this, we're talking about this entire generation leading a lot of economic growth over the next 7 to 10 years, particularly in real estate, because they're reaching the average age of the first-time home buyer. So you've got this $66 million person population that is now becoming kind of the forefront in economic development, and that plays into this formations versus completions, because when we talk about going back to like 2005, 2006, this is household growth and this is the household completion. So this would be population growth and the need for housing formations, and then this would be the actual like inventory or home completions. When we look at '06, very little demand, a lot of supply. When you fast forward now to 2018, and obviously 19 is similar to this, you've got these housing formations that are dramatic and significantly higher, whereas housing completions are falling short. So there's a supply and demand gap that again is playing into analysts feeling as though healthy real estate environment for the foreseeable future. Many of the analysts we follow are expecting 7 to 10 years of growth because of our area. The other attribute to this area and to growth in real estate is relocations. And because we're bookended by Seattle and San Francisco, here we are, the last affordable place on the West Coast. So expectation that there's a ton of opportunity in real estate in the coming years. If you have any questions, any specific things about the recession or interest rates or what the housing market looks like, feel free to reach out anytime. Happy to help answer those questions for you. All right. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.